What's up guys, back with another video, and in this video I'll be talking about getting LASIK, right? So if you don't know what that means, you should listen to the video, or you can search up online if I don't explain things clearly, yeah, because like how I am, right? My personality, all that stuff, right? Who's been sticking, for the subscriber who's been sticking to my channel or loyal to my channel for like a very long time, right? So by the time you see this video, you might be watching it some other time. But this video has been recorded on January 23rd, 24th, 2020. So, wow, it was so quick. Like 1 month of 2020 is almost over. So, yeah, this is pretty scary how time goes by quick. But that's not what the video is about. But I'll be talking about getting LASIK, right? And I'll talk about like why, like 2020 is, a very special year, the most special year of, for, an eye, right? So, yeah, so anyway, so how much work for me to get LASIK, right? Of course, it costs a lot of money and all stuff, and lots of time investment, and it's just a lot of work, and I have to go over in detail, so that way, like you guys have, like if you ever plan to get a LASIK, you have to like listen to this video. It's pretty important, and if you, like I said, like if I cannot, if I didn't explain you all the detail, then you should, ask your optometrist, or look up the web for yourself. I mean, yeah, it's very interesting, right? Why, what is the purpose of me getting LASIK? Like there has to be a purpose, right? I just can't get LASIK, I just cannot spend my money, on, some expensive thing that I really don't want. If it really benefits me for long term, then I'm gonna do it, right? So a lot of people want to get LASIK, yeah, because they don't want to wear contact lenses, or wear glasses, all the time, right? Yeah, it can get very annoying, like if you wear like overtime, right? And you just have to realize it on too much, right? Yeah, like you can tell that, ever since I was young, I was like getting kind of tired of, like wearing glasses, right? Of course, I have to carry it all day around with me and stuff, and sometimes it doesn't look comfortable, but like whenever I have to take a shower or go sleep or do like, other, things, that requires, my head to move around and stuff, then require me to see sometime, like, yeah, like it's just so hard to see, without glasses, right? Of course, like your vision has to be close to like 2020, to where see perfect, vision. If it's like more than 2040, then people recommend you should get glasses, right? So yeah, and I also I will explain, at the middle video, like how bad is my vision, right? So you want to listen to that part, because if you listen to that part, you see like, oh yeah, if you have the same eyesight as me, then things are gonna be extremely blurry, right? And that blurriness is definitely gonna bother the eyes, right? So how long have I been wearing glasses for? So that's a question I will be in the comment, but I'll definitely answer it right away in this video. So I try and answer as much as I can, before I talk about the LASIK part. So I've been wearing glasses for like at least, since I was 8 years old, right? So about 12 or 13 years already. So it's been like more than a decade I've been wearing glasses, right? Yeah, of course, like my powers just keep going up, as time goes on. The reason why my eye powers has been getting weaker, or the eye power glass, goes up, because I've been playing lots of games, and been playing, looking in dark stuff. I don't really take good care of my eyes, when I was younger. But as I get older, like my power, of the eye just gets slower and slower and slower, which is very good, because we don't want to accelerate. If it accelerates, then I might go total blindness, and it might not be good, right? Yeah, so how many times, like, where's this place at? It's called, furlong division. I try to read, furlong, vision correction medical center, yep, it's it's in San Jose, right? So this is where, like I have to go back there, 3 times, 2 times. Of course, like one time I go to surgery. So the first two appointment is that they have to like get my information about my eyes. You know what? They have to measure my eye and they have to see that if I'm qualified for LASIK and all stuff. So here are the basic requirement of like how to get LASIK, for your eyes, right? Obviously, you have to be 18 or up, and also your optometrist have to put information about your eyes, and your eyes has to stay stable for at least a year, right? Yeah, so which make total a lot of sense to me. So this is the two main requirement that the optometrist or the surgeon is looking for. If your eye doesn't stay stable, or if you're the underage, then sorry to say this, but you're just not getting surgery. And also, you do need enough money, because when you don't have enough money, then surgery won't be performed, right? A LASIK surgery, yes. So when's the last time my eye doesn't stay stable, and when's the last time my eyesight changed? So my eyesight changed in like April of 2018. So the last time I checked with an optometrist is that yeah, my eyesight was like the same as was in April 2018, and my eyes just got checked up like a few weeks ago, sometimes in 2020. So it's been almost 2 years that my eyes has been staying stable, right? So that means it's definitely qualifiable that I can get LASIK. Yeah, because if your eye power keep changes, then if you get LASIK, then what if your eyesight goes, like you lose your vision again, then you have to get LASIK again, which, gonna be a complication, right? Because getting LASIK does waste a lot of money, right? I mean, if you get like multiple times. And I'll explain about the price, in just a minute, right? Yeah, and also I try to explain, what a LASIK is, right? So anyway, man, so the reason why I have to, yeah, so what I do, during the first two appointment, before I get my actual LASIK, right? Which is like 2 weeks from from my appointment, right? So I think this week, I went on Tuesday or Wednesday, I went on Tuesday, for the first appointment, second for the second appointment on my furlong, and then the third one will be on January 31st, 2020, and that's why I get LASIK stuff, right? And they also give me a lot of instruction, like how to prepare for the surgeries and all stuff. And after surgery, like they give me like several recommendation of what to do and what not to do. Yes, because I do want to recover from surgery. I do want a 20/20 vision, and yeah, because if I don't follow instruction, then most likely my eye could get infection. It might get ruined, and that's not gonna be good. Or either I might have to go get LASIK again. So yeah, that's so it's very important for me, to follow. And also, yeah, and also during the, the LASIK before LASIK surgery, I have to read, lots of document. I have to get, medication and all stuff. But the furlong, the correction center was very nice. They already, like order, the medical, thing, but obviously I had to pay for it, the medical thing from from a pharmacy, and they just drive to my house and just deliver, the medication that I need for my eyes, right? And all that stuff, right? Yeah, and before I get LASIK surgery, I have to read, the entire document to to fulfill, my consent, I have to be aware of all these kind of stuff, But can I make a video, after the surgery? Um, Possibly not. Possibly yes, possibly no. Like, I don't know. Like, depends on how well it goes, right? So, of course, because it requires me to look at the camera and seeing, and I don't think I do. Yeah, it's good not to do, like a lot of thing when you're just recovering from a surgery, right? So, I have to think about that. So how much? What's the total cost? For the LASIK, for each eyes, right? It should be somewhere around $5,000 to $7,000. So it is a lot of money, and I heard like a similar surgery that works similar to, you know, the LASIK is called a PRK, right? If you don't know what PRK is, you can just search it up, but it's very similar like LASIK, except your recovery time is like very long. So that's the main difference I see between, you know, LASIK and the PRK. So try to remember like what else I have to say for this video, right? So am I excited? So the purpose of the video is like why you don't want to wear glass anymore. So yeah, obviously because I don't have to realize it, and when I go, you know, you especially know that I like running, right? Whenever I do activity, you know, that requires, you know, lots of seeing and movement, and yeah, so I don't have to carry my glass, you know, all the time with me, right? So, and also like when I go bed or when I take a shower, then don't have to look after the glasses, right? And then I, you know, I don't have to worry, you know, wearing contact lenses when it comes to swimming or doing, you know, like other, you know, water sports and stuff. So that'll be very beneficial to me, you know, in the long run. And but the thing is that I don't have to wear, you know, prescription goggles anymore, right? So that's gonna be another good thing, right? Yeah, but there's a little like, you know, bad news of not me wearing glasses. So when, cause you know that I go out a lot and play, you know, like Pokemon Go, Harry Potter, or whatever I do outside, right? So I do have to be careful outside. Like whenever I go outside often, I definitely need to wear sunglasses, especially during summer, right? Yeah, cause you know that summer gets really like it's like hot, right? And yeah, staying out in the sun too long is not good because it obviously burning. It could burn the eyes, so that's not gonna be good. So for me to stay outside in the sun, you know, without wearing glasses, for me to endure, you know, the ray of the sun, I just probably have to wear a sunglass, right? So that's another thing, you know, like thing. That's the only reason, you know, like why I'm so used to going out, you know, without, you know, having, you know, eye infection, all that stuff. So yes, because once you don't wear glass anymore, then you cannot realize on your glass anymore. That helps protect the eyes and stuff, right? You can see that, yeah, my glass, you know, sometimes it's very dark and stuff. Sometimes it gets darker and darker. You know, the lenses is because, you know, it's been on the sunlight for very long, and I test out myself, and it does get darker and darker, right? So yeah, that's something that I need to be aware of, right? So anyway, man, so yeah, since, you know, like I probably get a discount. I don't know why I get a discount, but if it without a discount, then my surgery will cost, you know, somewhere around like $7,000. But since I got a discount, you know, thanks to my help from my optometrist, you know, that happens to be my aunt, then my eye surgery will probably cost around like 4,000, you know, $550, right? And plus plus medication, so the total cost, you know, for my eye things to get you to like 2020 is with a few day recovery will cost almost $5,000 for the surgery, right? So how long, you know, they put laser in my eye, right? So here's the one thing of like how, you know, the LASIK work, right? So technically, you know, you have to stand still, you have to lie straight, and you look into, you know, the laser on the machine, and they cut your cornea, you know, a little bit, right? And then they just put laser in, and probably, you know, it corrects your vision. So that's probably how the surgery works, right? And they do it for both eye, you know, like 5-10 minutes. It's gonna be a very quick surgery. Thank God it does not take hours, right? Yeah, because some surgery does require like 6 or 8 hours, depending on what surgery, you know, you're talking about. But if it's like LASIK, then the good thing is that it's very short, right? And then, you know, then you need, somebody, to drive you around, right? You cannot drive on your own, obviously, because you have to rest your vision and stuff, right? Yeah, because I say that 99% of the time, like when you have surgery, you technically cannot go there by yourself. Like you need somebody, to drive you around, right? It means it's like same thing with my wisdom teeth, right? Where I got removed, like 3 years ago, right? Yeah, same thing. Like definitely, I need somebody to drive me around, right? To bring me home or to bring me to the surgeon's, place, right? And this is my second time I've been getting surgery, but I did not get LASIK for the second time. This is my first time I get LASIK. My first surgery started was in 2017, right, in January. But now, just a little over 3 years later, I'm getting another surgery, except it's for my eyes, for the LASIK, right? So that's the thing I have to say for this video. My second surgery. And what else I also have to say about this video? So it is very special to get, like LASIK on this 2020 years. Yeah, the reason why, like the eye is special for, 2020 year, the year 2020 is because, that for you to get perfect vision, or average person vision, your vision has to be 2020, right? And the year we're in is in 2020, right? So this is like once a blue moon, the eye, for people who study eye doctor, who are optometrists, or who love to, study about eyes, they should, be really happy with this year, It is a very coincidence that we live into this year, right? For eye doctor. Vision 20 out of 2020, right? And then, this year is double 2020. So there's 220 and the perfect eye vision has 220. So that's why, this year is very, perfect for, when it comes to the optometrist, right? Yeah, so that's why the 2020 year is working very well for, for eyes, right? And I'm getting, a perfect vision. I will get perfect vision on the year 2020. So that's very good, right? And very, very good coincidence, right? So I have to put out this video, right? So yeah, so so I forgot to mention like this type of requirement that you also have for you to get surgery. Aside from money and stabilize and your age, right? You also like you also cannot be on on current medication or suffer from a disease, right? Yeah, because a lot of people they have like diabetes problem or some other disease that affects their eyes, and sometimes getting LASIK may not be suitable for that. So yeah, it might not work, right? Yeah, because I did study in health or in college say that yeah, like people who have really high sugar level, have diabetes, then yeah, it does affect the eye, right? And LASIK does not like solve that problem, right? It only solve if you have really bad eyesight, if it was diabetes or other causes, or it's just like you have naturally bad eyesight, right? Nearsighted, farsighted, or stigmatism, or whatever that is, right? Yes, and so currently, like as I record this video, like people have been asking me like, how bad is your vision? I'll answer that in just a second. That's the thing that I have not answered yet. So when I wear glasses, then I see everything perfectly 20/20, right? That's how it's supposed to be for an eye to be stable. If my eyes is not 20/20, if it's like 20/30 or 20/40, then definitely the eyes are not stable, right? Or if it's like 20, out of like 25 or something like that, right? If it's like 20/20 or a little lower than it's like 20/19 or 20 out of 18, then it'll be very good, right? So people don't understand like what is 20/20, right? It's very simple explanation, when it comes to eyes, yeah, 20/20 is like, like this is how far you can see, and this is how far an average person or person with, perfect vision can see, right? From like 20 feet away, right? This is you, see 20 feet away clearly, and this is the average person or clear or person, with no blurriness or can see perfectly, can see, 20 feet away, right? So a 20/40 is that this is how far you can see 20 feet away, but then, a perfect vision can see, from 40 feet away. So that means that your vision is twice as weak as comparing to 20/20, right? The higher the number of 20 out of something, the worse your eyesight is, right? And here is called a really bad eyesight, right? Let's say 20, out of 100, right? So you can see things 20 feet away, but then, a person can see from, a normal person can see from 100 feet away, and severe is like, like 20, 200, or, higher, or than that, right? Or sometimes, extremely severe will be 20 out of 1,000, right? And I'm very close to there, so yeah, so the doctor, or say the surgeon, asked me to take off my glasses, and they put the word font at 20, 400, and I still cannot clearly see the letter, right? That's how bad my vision is, right? Yeah, because when I take off my glass like this, and I'm looking at a font that's 20 times bigger than its normal font that a person can see, right? So my eyesight is so when I asked my surgeon, like, how worse is my eyesight, like, since you measure it, and he said that, oh, your eyesight is a little bit worse, like 20, 400, right? And I asked him, like, can you estimate, like, how strong my eyes is without, glasses, right? He said it's somewhere between, like 20, 800, right? So, yeah, that is definitely close to, like, 20, out of 1,000. On the bad days, like, things that like where my eyes don't function well, my eyes can possibly see like 20 out of 1,000. So my eyesight fluctuate between like depending on some good days and bad days, between like 20, 700 to maybe like 20, almost 1,000, right? So my real vision as of right now is 40 times worse than comparing to the perfect 20/20, right? So yeah, so a person vision or my vision, of 20 of 800 is very blurry, right? Yes, and if you stare at a 20 or 800 version for like 1-2 minutes, like you're gonna get a headache, right? Of course, right? See, everything's so blurry and your eyes have to work hard, so it's not gonna be very good, So definitely have to wear glasses, at that type of vision. And some people may have worse vision than my vision, right? So depending on how worse your vision is, or depending how much contact or glass bothers you, then yeah, getting LASIK or PRK will make a big difference to you, right? In the long run. And also when I get surgery, I don't have to buy any more new frames for my glass, right? Because obviously because my body shape changes, the frame gets too old, and sometimes you wear a new frame, my new glass frame and all that stuff, and each time I have to buy a new frame, it costs somewhere $200 or $300. So it benefits in the long run, right? But then however, like, your eye shape is not going to be the same as it was before LASIK. Yeah, your cornea is going to get cut a little bit, so the eye will be just a little out of shape, which is fine to me. And let me think of what to say for this video about the eye. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I got nothing else to say, about this LASIK surgery and my thoughts on it, right? So comment below if you have any more questions that I simply did not answer, but I'm pretty much answer lots of things, and there's lots of things that I haven't answered yet. So yep, good luck on my LASIK surgery, and yep, I can see that 2020 might be, you know, a special year, right? And I can't wait, you know, like for me to stop wearing glasses, right? And when my vision goes to 2020, then every time you see me record video or every time you see my face, you're not gonna see that glass anymore, right? I mean, if you miss me, you know, wearing glasses, then of course you can watch my old video, you know, as long as YouTube does not terminate my channel, right? I mean, I just have to be careful, you know, like about that too, right? Yeah. So if you don't see, you know, me wearing glasses, you know, on my YouTube channel, then of course, you know, like I have it on my picture and all stuff, and I can post it, you know, to other social media, you know, that where you can access it, right? So I think that's it. I think I have to like go right now, and I'll see you later. And thanks for listening. You know, the 25-minute video about my LASIK surgery and me talking about my eyesight, right? So peace out.